So this video is basically about, it's not much less of a it's a lot less like my normal videos where I explain something or talk about an interesting topic. This one is a lot more just explaining why light makes no sense. And that sounds weird, but light, in the way light works, is surprisingly weird, and actually no one really knows how light works, because one of the main things that this is about is how light functions differently when someone's observing it, which is really confusing because the way that people figure this out is there's a thing called the two-slit test to test how light works, basically. But it tests whether it works like a wave or a particle. But people for a long time thought, oh, light's a particle. But then someone did the test and noticed it was acting like a wave. So they were so confused until they put a camera in front of it and found that when it was being observed, then it would actually act more like it would act more like a particle instead of a wave when it was being observed, which is what makes it so confusing. Because one, why does it change? And two, why does it change when someone's observing it? Because that makes barely any sense. And it's a bit weird because it's like, how does it know that something's observing it, and why would it change when something's observing it? So that I'm not even going to try and explain how any of the theories on this, because they're extremely complicated and I would probably mess it up really badly if I tried to explain how it works. But this video is mostly just to talk about how insanely strange light is and why it just doesn't make sense. And this is one thing I was just thinking about, but this is much less related to the light being a particle or a wave. But also, technically, when someone says something is like, let's say, blue or red or any color, let's say someone says that, technically that's not actually the color that it is. That is the object. Let's say you have an apple and it's red. That apple is everything but red, because technically, basically the way light works is it bounces off and and it absorbs light too, and the only light that like bounces off is the light that, like, the color that object is usually considered as being that. So when you look at something blue, it's technically just absorbing everything except for blue, so it just repels blue as the only color it repels. But back to the light thing, there's a lot of confusing things. I briefly did some research on why light acts like a particle and not, and like a wave, but I kind of decided to stop because I realized how insanely long the video would be if I did continue with that. But this is mostly just here to explain how insanely it is. I may sometime do some more research on it. I'm probably going to do a bit more research while I'm editing this video and put it up on screen right now. But this is just here to talk about why light is so insane and how humans still know barely anything about how everything works. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It would really help me out. And goodbye.